Soil texture. Soil is a complex medium made up of mineral particles, organic matter, water, air, and living organisms, each playing a vital role in maintaining soil health and supporting plant growth. The three main types of soil particles are sand, silt, and clay. The proportion of these particles determines the soil's texture. This texture influences the soil's porosity, which in turn affects its ability to retain moisture and air, critical factors for both soil and plant health. The optimal soil texture, referred to as loam, consists of a balanced mixture of sand, silt, and clay particles. However, in many situations, these components are not evenly distributed, requiring the addition of organic amendments to improve the soil. A straightforward way to assess soil texture is by performing a jar test, which helps determine the proportions of sand, silt, and clay. After calculating these percentages, the soil textural triangle can be used to identify the specific soil type. Generally, we split soil particles into three fractions depending on their size: clay, which is the smallest, silt intermediate size, and sand the largest of them. All the ratios of these three size fractions in our soil make up its texture. The jar test. Materials. The materials used in the experiment to collect the sample are a bag, trowel, and a pick mattock. Materials used in the test: straight-edged, clear jar, permanent marker, ruler, watch or stopwatch, and mesh sieve or old colander. Procedure. First, a soil sample is collected from different areas of the field, placed in a bag, and transported to the laboratory. In the lab. 1. Using a mesh sieve or old colander, sift the soil to remove any debris, rocks, and large organic matter, leaves, sticks, roots, etc. 2. Fill the jar 1/3 full of the soil to be tested. 3. Fill the remainder of the jar with clean water, but leave some space at the top. 4. Cap the jar and shake vigorously until the soil turns into a uniform slurry. 5. Set on a level surface and time for 1 minute. 6. Place a mark on the outside of the jar, showing the coarse sand layer settled at the bottom of the jar. 7. Leave the jar in a level spot for 2 hours. 8. Mark the top of the next settled layer with the permanent marker. This is the silt layer. 9. Leave the jar on a level spot for 48 hours. 10. Mark the top of the next settled layer with the permanent marker. This clay layer has settled on top of the silt layer. 11. Using a ruler, measure and record the height of each layer and the total height of all 3 layers. Determining soil type. The soil texture by definition consists of sand, silt and clay, and those 3 parts added together make up 100%. In our experiment we measured the amounts using millimeters, but the units don't really matter since we will be converting them to a percent. Sand had a value of 4 cm, silt was 1.2 cm and clay was 0.5 cm with a total of 5.8 cm. To convert these numbers to percent we do the following calculation: percent sand is equal to 4/5.8 100%, which is 69%. Calculation percent silt is equal to 1.2/5.8 by 100%, which is 20.7%. Calculation percent clay is equal to 0.6/5.8 100%, which is 10.3%. I'm rounding to whole numbers, which is accurate enough for gardening. You can see that the sum of the 3 values equals 100%. These numbers tell you how much sand, silt and clay you have, but we can go this one step further and figure out the type of soil we need to have a look at the soil texture triangle as pictured here. Use the soil texture analysis worksheet below to record the results.